So in today's session, we are going to discuss about async business rules. Okay. I think in our last session, we have discussed about after business rules. So you all know after business rules run once the data gets stored into the database. Okay. So let me go to the whiteboards. So you enter the values on the form. You enter the values on the form. So that form, you will enter the values on the form and you will submit it, and before business rules run. And if the before business rules successfully ran, then the data will get stored into the database. Once the data gets stored into the database, then the after business rule will run. And similarly, async business rule also run once the data gets successfully stored into the database. Okay. Once data gets successfully stored into database, the after and async business rules will run. Okay. Guys, here, why do we need two here? Why do we have after business tool? Why do we need async business tool? Any one is fine, right? Any one is fine, right? So, do you remember synchronous calls and asynchronous call? Synchronous and asynchronous. So, if you remember glide Ajax concept, we have synchronous glide Ajax and asynchronous glide Ajax. How many of you remember this point? How many of you remember synchronous glide Ajax and asynchronous glide Ajax? Hmm? Tell me, guys. What is synchronous glide Ajax and what is asynchronous glide Ajax? So usually synchronous calls will wait. Asynchronous calls will not wait. Asynchronous calls will not wait for the output, as you told Priya. Okay. Synchronous calls will wait for the output and asynchronous calls will not wait for the output. So similarly, here after business rules are synchronous business rules. After business rules are synchronous business rules. And async business rules are asynchronous business rules. Async business rules are asynchronous business rules. Okay. So, as I mentioned, I hear once data gets stored successfully into database, the after and async business rules will run. And here, after business rule is a synchronous business rule, and async business rule is actually a asynchronous call. What exactly synchronous calls does? Synchronous calls will wait for the output and asynchronous calls will not wait for the output. Okay. Synchronous calls will wait for the output and asynchronous calls will not wait for the output. So what exactly actually waiting? Let me show you. Let me go to the business rules that we created. Let me go to shipping case form. Okay. So here, let me open from here. Let me just open the business rules. Right click configure business rules. Okay. So if you see here, all these business rules, these three business rules are actually on after business rules. Okay. Okay. I am just changing it to asynchronous business rule, guys. Okay. I am just changing this business rule to asynchronous business rule. I am making this one also asynchronous business rule. This one is an asynchronous business rule. Okay. So both after business rules and asynchronous business rules gets triggered once the data gets stored into the database. Okay. So whatever we achieved it using after business rule, we can also achieve it using asynchronous business rules as well. So now I made when the state is changed to closed. Okay, I have to update the closed at time, closed by person. Okay. So earlier we achieved it using after business rule. Now we made it to we made it asynchronous business rule. So earlier when state is changed to resolved, when state is changed to resolved, we are populating resolved at time and resolved by person. That we were able to achieve it using after business rule. Now I made it to async business rule. And similarly here, when um, when a shipping case record is created, we were using after business rule to create a incident record in the incident table. Now we are using asynchronous business rule in place of after business rule. We are using synchronous business rule to create an incident record on the incident table. So here you can see there is no after business rule. I made everything as async business rule. We'll go to one shipping case record and see how exactly it will work and all. I've just created a shipping case record. The attachment is mandatory, look like. Okay. Now I am changing the state to resolve here. As soon as I change the state to resolve, it will populate the resolution code and resolution mode. And you will click on OK. And then case will be resolved. Once the case is resolved in the database, what will happen? The resolution resolved time and resolved by person is updated here. Okay. So here this time, are we using after business rule? Or are we using asynchronous business rule, guys? Tell me. Are we using after business rule or are we using async business rule? So we are using async business rule, but still it is working. Okay. Okay. So we'll use async business rule. And now let me just change the state to okay. And also once the shipping case record is created, incident should be created. Incident also created here. So this business rule will create the incident record once the shipping case record is created. So similarly, you can see incident is also created. So if you see here, now I am changing the state to closed here. As soon as I change the state to closed, is it not getting closed? So when I change the state to closed, immediately the async business tool will run. It will populate closed at time and closed by time. It has populated closed at time and closed by time. So that means after business rules and async business rules working are in same way. After business rules and async business rules are working in a same way. But here, if you take a look at here, as I mentioned, after business rule is a synchronous business rule. Asynchronous business rule is actually a asynchronous business rule. I will show you the difference. I will show you the difference between after business rule and async business rule. Guys, both work as same way, but after business rule wait for the script execution and async business rule will not wait for the script execution. Okay. So I am just taking this create incident. I'm just taking this create incident business rule, guys. I'm making it as after business rule again now. Okay. So here what I am doing is I am creating 10,000 incidents. I am creating 10,000 incidents. Okay. So I'm creating an after business rule in the using after business rule. I'm creating 10,000 records, 10,000 incidents. So that means once a shipping case record is created, I am creating 10,000 incidents. So remember this point. Okay, once I create the shipping case record, it has to create 10,000 incident records. So now let me create a new shipping case record here. So now you can see it is waiting till 10,000 records get created. If you observe here, now it is waiting because it is creating 10,000 records in the backend. Once 10,000 records are created, the form is given to you. So as I told you, synchronous calls. After business rule is a synchronous call, it will wait. Now it is waiting to 10,000 records get created. Once 10,000 records are created, then the farm control will be given back to the employee. Okay. It is waiting. So here you can say the farm control is taken. The farm is actually waiting because it is creating 10,000 records in the backend. Once 10,000 records are created, only then the farm control is given back to you. Now what I am doing is, for now I am actually inactivating this business rule. No, it is running in the backend. So this will cause some performance issue or not, guys? Tell me. This will cause some performance issue or not? See, as a ServiceNow developer, you know that there is an after business rule, that is a synchronous business rule. As a ServiceNow developer, you know there is a after business rule, that is a synchronous business rule that will wait for the script execution. After the script execution, farm control will be given to you. But a normal employee, how can he understand that there are some records are getting created? That is why it is waiting. So here, employee will think that this is a performance issue, and he will highlight and he will be keep on contacting you. So to avoid that, so what we will do is we will use asynchronous business rule. Once the script execution is completed, we'll discuss about how asynchronous business rule will work and all. I'll tell you. As I mentioned, asynchronous business rule will work in a asynchronous way. So it will not wait for the script execution. It will not wait for the script execution completion. It will be running the script in the background. It will be running the script in the background. So are we able to about what does it mean, Anil? I didn't understand. Okay. So we'll go to the incident table. We'll go to the incident table, and 10,000 records got created or not, we'll see here. There are many records in this incident table. That is why it is taking some time to load, guys. Okay, now you can see. So just a while ago, you can see these many records got created. Okay, these many records got created. So that means it has created 10,000 records. So once the shipping case record is created after business rule has run, it has created 10,000 records. Now what I am doing is I am making this business rule as after business, asynchronous business rule. Okay, I am creating a new shipping case record. I'm creating a new shipping case record. So now you see here, I am creating the record. So is the form freezed, guys? Is the form freezed or form is actually in your control? Is the form freezed? So the script is now executing in the backend. The script is now executing in the backend. If I refresh the list here, now you can see the records are getting created here. Because it has too much data, it is taking some time to load, guys. So for personal developer instance, it is too much data. Okay, in the organization, you don't see this kind of. Okay. Okay. So what happens is that, guys, once you create the shipping case record, this asynchronous business rule will run. This asynchronous business rule will run. Take the name of the asynchronous business rule. Okay. Go to scheduled jobs under system scheduler. Go to scheduled jobs under system scheduler. Schedule jobs. So I opened it under system definition, right? System scheduler. These jobs. Okay. Now you can go and search with this particular business rule here. You can see async create new. This is the business rule name. So this business rule here it is running here. See guys, what happens is that once a shipping case record is created, this asynchronous business rule will run. Once a record is successfully created at the database level, this asynchronous business rule will run. And once the asynchronous business rule is triggered, it will create a job here. In the sys trigger table, there is a table called sys trigger table. So in the table, there will be a job created. So this is the job. This job will be taking care of the script execution in the background. This job will be taking care of the script execution in the background. So that means here in the after business rule, the after business rule is a synchronous business rule. It is waiting for total script execution get completed and then farm control is given back. But when it comes to the asynchronous business rule, farm control is immediately given back, but the script is running in the background. Here, after business rule is triggered, there is a job created. This job will be running the script in the background, which will not cause any performance issue. Once the script execution is completed, this job will be deleted automatically. Once the script execution is completed, the job will be deleted automatically. Without this question, there won't be any interview, guys. What is the difference between after business rule and async business rule? So here you should answer that once data gets stored successfully into database, the after business rule and async business rules will run. After business rule is a synchronous business rule. Asynchronous business rule is an asynchronous business rule. Whenever the after business rule is executed, the after business rule will wait for total script to get executed. Only then the farm control will be given. Whenever the async business rule is executed, first farm control is given back to the user immediately. The script will be running in the background using scheduled job in the backend. Scheduled job means that is actually a sys trigger table. In the sys trigger table, there will be a job created. This job will be taking care of the script execution in the backend, which will not cause any performance issue on the form. Okay, I wrote it in the interviews as well, interview questions as well. So you can see what is the difference between after business rule and async business rule. After business rules run synchronously and async business rules run asynchronously. After BRs will wait for the complete script execution and it will cause performance issue. And async BRs will run asynchronously and it will run in the background using system scheduled job. It will not cause performance issue. Script will be executed using system scheduled job. Once the execution is completed, the system scheduled job will be deleted automatically. So I'm talking about this system scheduled job. So this is actually a system scheduled job, this one. So this will be deleted automatically. So now the script is running in the backend still. So do you understand the difference between after business rule and async business rule, guys? Everyone? Okay, very good. Okay. So now, guys, so here we have after business rule, we have asynchronous business rule. So if you have a lot of script, if you have a lot of, if there is too much script, okay, if there is too much script to the after business rule, what happens? The the after business rule will wait for the all the script execution is completed, then farm control is given back to the employee. So instead of that, what we will do, we will use asynchronous business rule. So using asynchronous business rule is a good practice, or using after business rule is a good practice? Using after business rule is a good practice, or using asynchronous business rule is a good practice, guys, as per your knowledge? Yes. Using async is a good practice because it will not cause any performance issue. It will not cause any performance issue. Okay. So that is why we will better use asynchronous business rule. Guys, there is a disadvantage with the asynchronous business rule. There is a disadvantage with the asynchronous business rule. Okay. What is that disadvantage here? In the asynchronous business rule, this is an asynchronous business rule, right? In the asynchronous business rule, you don't have previous object access. Null when async, you can see it is mentioned here, null when async. The previous values won't be available in the asynchronous business rule. Okay. The previous values won't be available in the asynchronous business rule. Let me tell you one thing. Suppose state is changed from new to in progress, guys. State is changed from new to in progress. Okay. Okay. Now the state is changed from new to in progress. What is the previous value of the state? What is the new value of the state? What is the current value of the state? What is the previous value of the state? You tell me. New is actually a previous value. Current is the in progress. Very good. Okay. Current is actually in progress. Very good. Okay. As soon as I change the state here, I have current state is in progress, previous state is new. Okay. So both current value and previous value, I want to update in the incident additional comments. So shipping case has associated incident, right? Shipping case has associated incident, right? Okay, whenever I change the state here from new to in progress, or whenever I change the state, both previous value and current value should be updated in the incident work notes or additional comments. That means state is changed from new to in progress. So that means both previous values and current values I have to pass to the incident additional comments. The incident, there are additional comments, right? It is closed one. Huh? It is closed. That is why we are not able to see additional comments. What I mean to say here is Whenever I in the state, both current state and previous state could be updated in the incident work notes or additional comments. That the shipping case state is changed from new to in progress. New to in progress. So here, if you take a look at the after business rule, the after business rule, you have both current object and previous object both available. You have current object and previous object, both objects available in the after business rule. Okay. But after business rule is a synchronous business rule. The problem with the after business rule is that it is a synchronous business rule. Okay. So here we have current object and previous object available in the after business rule, but the after business rule is a synchronous business rule. So now we'll go to the asynchronous business rule. Asynchronous business rule will run asynchronously in the background. It will not cause any performance issue. But the problem with the async business rule is that in the async business rule, previous object is not available. The problem with the async business rule is that previous object is not available. So here I have to use current object and previous object both. Okay. And should run asynchronously. So then how to achieve this requirement? Okay. I have the script that should be run asynchronously, but I want current value and previous value both. But previous values are not available in the asynchronous business rule. You got the logic here? Everyone? Hmm? Do you understand what I am asking here? Everyone? Guys, is my voice audible? Okay. So here I have a script, guys. I have a script to create. I have to script to update incident tasks. I have a script to update 100 incident tasks. Okay. The script should run asynchronously. In the script, you should pass previous values and current values both. I have once incident is closed. Okay. Once incident is closed or once incident state changes, incident state current value, previous value, both should go to associated 100 incident tasks saying that incident state is changed from this particular state to this particular state. So here I want both current values and previous values and the script should run asynchronously. Okay, in the after business rule, you have current object and previous object, guys. But in the after business rule, what happens? Script will run synchronously. Script will run synchronously in the after business rule or asynchronously. It will run synchronously in the after business rule. So what happens? If you write the script here, it will run synchronously. So if it runs synchronously, what happens? The form will be freezed. If the form is freezed, end users get issues. So in that case, if you use after business rule, you have current object and previous object available, but script will run synchronously. That is the problem here. Okay, then we'll go for asynchronous business rule. Asynchronous business rule runs script asynchronously, but the problem is that previous object is not available in the asynchronous business rule. Then how do we achieve this requirement? How do we achieve this requirement? So that is where script action concept, that is where script include and script action concept will come into picture. Script include and script action. Okay. Again, this script include is actually synchronous call. Okay, again, the script include is a synchronous call. Script action is an asynchronous call. That we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we'll be discussing script include and script action concept. Getting my point, guys? So if you ask me, if I ask you what is the difference between before business rule, after business rule, and async business rule, will you be able to explain, guys? I'm unmuting everyone. Now you guys can ask your questions, guys.
Yeah, Uday, I pinged you one thing, right? Actually, we write the in async, I mean, after business rule, we write the script for create that 10,000 incidents, right? It is running, it's taking some time. I need to stop that. From the, do we have the any command or like that, or anything is there?
Which one? Which one now?
Yeah, in the after business rule, you have created the 10,000 incidents, right? It is taking so much time.
It is taking so much time. Yes.
Yes, if I'm taking the example of same thing we have implemented in the glide record, we have the background script, right? In the background script also, I am writing the same thing. It is taking so much time. I need to stop that execution.
So if you want to stop that execution, if you want to, let us say you are running that same script in the background script, let us say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here what you have to do is somewhere here you can see cancel transaction, something will be there.
Yeah, same thing. Are we able to use for business rules also? In the jobs you told me, right? Automatically job will be created and it is running, right?
If you delete the job, it will automatically.
Okay.
No, can we not abort in the middle of the operation, Uday? Is that what you're saying?
Aborting in the middle means we have to deactivate the business rule.
That's it.
Yeah.
So like, okay. So once we have executed it, so it will stop only after creating 10,000 incidents, right?
Yes.
So it will not stop.
Yes. So in the meantime, you have to deactivate the business rule. That is the only option. So if you want to cancel your transactions on the background script, you can use cancel underscore my underscore transaction .do in the URL.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
hi, Uday.
Yeah, hi.
Like my question is like, what is the main difference with see the things you're told can be achieved with the help of client script also, right? It's like we can create with the glide record, like same for the shipping case we can get instant with the glide record also, and all we can do with the client script also, right? What is the main difference here?
How do you achieve these requirements using client scripts? You tell me.
No, see if something is we have created already, like in shipping case similarly we have created instant, right? Shipping case details we have created using glide record for the incident table, and we using glide record.
I didn't understand what you're trying to ask me.
See the same thing, we have duplicated the shipping case instant to shipping case details to incident table, right? Like we have already told us the example previously using client script using glide record, I remember. see, here also the same thing we are doing. Like, what is the main difference? I'm not able to get.
So you mean from the UI action, I've done the same thing? Is that?
Yes. Yes.
So when I click on incident, create incident, it is creating an incident record.
Yes.
See,
And mhm.
let me show you an example.
Okay.
So incident data is too much loaded. So incident has associated problem, right? Problem has associated incidents, right?
Yes.
Whenever an incident is closed, associated problem should be closed. Then where do you write the script?
Okay.
You tell me, do you write the script in the unchanged line script? Here,
Uh,
you have to write business rules here for these requirements. Okay. So
okay.
you have an incident. That incident has associated problem. Once incident is closed, associated problem should be closed. Let us say
Okay.
once the problem is resolved, the associated all incidents should be resolved. So that is where you must use business rules. Mostly you have to use after business rule or async business rule. So
Okay.
if the problem has associated 150 incidents associated to the problem, guys, consider 150 incidents are associated to the problem. So then what happens whenever you resolve the problem, all the associated 150 incidents to be resolved. That means it will cause, if we write after business rule, it will cause some performance issue. Then we have to go for asynchronous business rule in this case. So let us in my organization. In my organization, once user account is deactivated, we will create a duplicate user entry in the separate table. Okay. So once user account is deactivated, what we will maintain is we will maintain user records in a separate table. So what happens whenever the user account become inactive? Whenever the user account become inactive, the business rules will run. We can't write unchanged line script here. So if you write unchanged line script, what happens? You tell me. So let us say once you make inactive, you will write unchanged line script. Again, this guy will make it active. So it is nothing but you are not updating the state inactive in the database. You are updating the state inactive only in the client, only in the form.
Okay.
When you are doing something in the database, then the business rules will be useful. So after inactivated at the database level, then you have to create a duplicate user entry in a separate table.
Okay.
Got my point? When do we use it and all?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So once we move inactive this one, we cannot like with the business rule we created, so we cannot make it active again, right? If the business rule is there.
Which one?
Yeah. See, once we are making it inactive, there is some business rule, so we cannot make it back to active.
No, you can make it back to active again.
Okay.
So once you make it back to again, which script should run and all, you have to write that logic.
Okay.
See, for everything you can write a logic in the backend. Getting my point?
Yes, Uday.
So once it is inactivated, the script which script should run and all you will mention. Once the user become active, which script should run and all you have to write that.
Okay. Okay, Uday.
Okay. So Anika, you can call me after 12, okay? You have my contact, right? So you have got an idea, Saikiran?
Yes, Uday. Yes.
So I think yesterday I told you, once the user become inactive, he should be removed from all the groups. He should be removed from all the groups. Did you remember?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, and another small question, Uday. Actually, yesterday we have removing from a database itself, right, directly.
We have removed.
Yeah, user, if you are clicked on the delete, automatically data is deleted from the user table itself.
No, which one you are speaking about? Group members?
No. Suppose here user is there.
Hmm.
Suppose I am creating on the delete button. Click on the delete button, automatically it is deleted. But maybe for delete button, I agree with you. In the industry also, we are deleting the record permanently there, or we are keeping the active.
So we don't delete the user records, guys. Remember this point. Okay.
Yes.
We don't delete the user records. Okay. Because if you delete the user records, what happens? Let us say I joined as a developer. I have done something. I have done some development. Okay.
Yes.
So let us say I created a business rule. That business rule will be created with my name. So let us say if my account is deleted. So in the business rule, the created by person name will be missing. Okay.
Yes.
Who created the business rule and all the data will be missing. So that is why we don't delete that. We will just inactivate that user account. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing, Uday, just now you showed me scheduler jobs, right? In the all we are able to select, and different types of scheduler jobs are there. System scheduler jobs, and just now you showed me different types of scheduler jobs. May I know, I mean, what is the difference, those two things?
See, this is actually whenever an event is fired, this job will be created. Okay. So that is actually event concept. There is an event concept. Once we discuss that event concept, you will be having an idea.
No. Now my doubt is not that event concept today.
No, they both are related. Scheduled jobs and events concept are related.
No. I'm not asking about that one. If you are searching with the scheduler jobs, we are able to see more than one scheduler jobs options, right?
One is actually system schedule. One is actually scheduled jobs.
Yes. Yeah, this one regarding.
Okay.
If you are seeing here,
This one is actually
system
one.
definitions is there.
Yeah, this one is actually one.
Yes.
Okay. So, and here you can see this is both. There are actually two type of scheduled jobs.
Yes.
So these will run on scheduled basis. This is
Okay.
actually sys auto table. This is actually sys trigger table. If you open the scheduled jobs, this is actually sys trigger table.
Okay.
This is actually a sys auto table. Okay, if you see here, this is sys auto table.
Okay.
So this will run on scheduled basis every week or every month or every Saturday for every 2 hours, something like that.
Okay. We need to give the time span.
Frequency.
Okay.
So here this is trigger table means whenever an event is fired or whenever a job is triggered, so it will create an entry that is a temporary entry that will be deleted. It will not be regularly running. Understand my point?
Yes, Uday.
So once execution is completed, this job will be deleted. Automatically will be deleted. Getting my point?
Yes.
When asynchronous business rule is run, this is created from the asynchronous business rule. So here, once this job execution is completed, then the job will be deleted automatically. The job will be deleted automatically. Which are in the running phase. Now you can see these asynchronous business rules are actually in the running phase. Once this execution is completed, this job will be deleted
Okay.
automatically.
Okay.
So likewise, this is actually a one-time job, you can say. But that sysauto table scheduled jobs are actually that will run on a scheduled basis. That's a different concept, guys. We'll discuss it separately. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Uday,
Thank you,
I
guys.
have one doubt.
Anikar?
This is Dixit. Uday.
Yeah, Dikshit, please.
Yeah, we have date time field in form, right? If you
Mhm.
print that date time field using business rule, it's showing some difference. Like it is showing 7 hours prior to selected time.
Which one you are actually calculating?
Yeah, I'll share my screen one.
Yeah.
Here, here I have selected start date as 25/6/2024 10 a.m. Okay.
Hmm.
Like if I say form, it's showing 7 hours difference.
So you are taking
Here I
current
have
date
printed.
time.
Yes, yes. This is the business rule.
You have taken U underscore leave start date.
Yes, yes.
That is time zone difference, huh? You
How to
change your,
sort out these differences?
you change the time zone by going to the preferences.
By
Go to preferences.
Differences.
Yeah,
Okay,
language and region.
okay.
Change your time zone here. Let us take the nearest is actually Singapore or Hong Kong is our nearest.
Then also like it should return this value only, right? Right? If I enter something here, it should return same value here, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking that. I'm asking that thing.
Yeah, refresh this one.
Like printing. I'm printing that field value, right?
Refresh
So
this
I'm
one.
selecting. Yes, I save. If I save, it will print that value. 27, 1 o'clock. I'm taking. See,
The format is now different. Format is a little bit different here. Go to your profile and change your format.
if I change here and should I
Hmm.
select this one?
Hmm.
Then
So
also there's a difference, right?
which time zone you selected?
Hong Kong होता है.
What is the time difference it is showing?
There it is 1 o'clock. There it is 17.
25.
5 hours.
You
5.
are you have selected 26 here. 26
Yes,
one
yes.
day.
There it's
It is
showing one.
showing
Yeah,
25 17.
one
Yeah,
day,
same
4
issue
hours,
for
something
me
like that.
also.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Like in real time, how can we sort out these things, Uday?
I think we have to convert. We have to get it by time zone. You go to the glide date time API.
In background scripts, Uday?
Hmm. See, in the real time, it will work based on the time zone based that we selected, guys. Script will work based on the
Okay.
time zone that we selected. So selected date dot selected date dot
Okay.
get by format something like that. You will see get by format. Just to type format or something like that. You will get.
Let user format at local time.
So there is a method to set the time zone as well.
Okay. Should I run this, Uday?
No. Remove this one. Use a method to set the time zone. So what is that method? Get format in the local time.
Let
You
user format.
you try this one. So I think there is an option to set the time zone, guys, which I'll explain it in tomorrow session. Okay. In the meantime, you
Okay.
can just explore from your end. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.